Yo, yo, yo. Bienvenido a mi casa, la casa de los Benns.
Yeah.
I think I was up at 5 a.m. For me, it is really just a matter of removing myself from my familiarities and my comfort zone.
So in the morning, he doesn't really have anything to eat.
Yep.
Before a session, here's a couple of coffees.
Why not wake up, run at 5 in the morning when you're tired, go back, have a nap. It makes them sparring harder.
Smells of hard work.
So,
And a lot of fucking beer, to be fair.
I love it. It allows me to push my body harder. It allows me to just, fully focus and be able to get up at 5 in the morning, do the runs without getting ill. The whole point for me now is to make every session as hard as I possibly can.
How's that hit?
Sounds good.
Morning, mate. But early one is.
Yeah, I've got it done now though. Oh, I've got sparring later, to be fair.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. See you later, mate.
Switch.
Keep talking, bro. Like I said, you're gonna get knocked
you know,
out
he
under
got his ass
five.
handed to him,
You're gonna get
and then
knocked out
he
under
got a
five.
WBC world title
Five
shot.
round- Hey, Turkey,
And I'm here
5
to
rounds
take
is
it
all
off
it's
him.
gonna take.
That's it.
Hey,
That's
5
it.
rounds. Hey,
And that's
Turkey.
what I'm here to do.
Hey, yo, Turkey, thank you for this opportunity. I'm gonna knock him out 5 and below. A shout out Turkey. Shout out Dana.
I will come to Vegas to see this fight. I will come.
Check me out, the Messy Blue. You can't teach me like that, bro. That was all jazz too. Boobies.
Ryan Garcia and Conor Benn are closing in on a highly anticipated showdown, with tensions between them building for months. The rivalry has become deeply personal, adding even more excitement to an already massive matchup. As September 12th approaches, both men are fully committed to intense training camps, sharpening every aspect of their game. With neither fighter willing to back down, the stage is set for a thrilling clash that promises non-stop action from the opening bell.
September 12th, you know who we're fighting. We're fighting Conor Benn. We're going to put the works on him. You know, the UK versus the US. UK, US, fighting. He's out of there. And yeah, we're going to make sure that he never tries us again. And yeah, we're going to put a number on him pretty bad. But should be fun while it lasts. And yeah. Yep. Ryan, show me some moves. Y'all gotta watch my fight. It's gonna be there. I'm gonna be posting a lot of my training videos. You guys already know that. So, yeah, Conor getting knocked out for sure.
Ryan Garcia is entering this matchup with plenty of confidence and extra motivation. He has made it clear that he's eager to face Conor Benn, especially after the British contender openly criticized his recent performances. Benn has repeatedly taken shots at Garcia's showing against Rolly Romero and even mocked him by speaking Spanish during interviews, despite Ryan not being fluent in the language, even though he is Mexican-American. Rather than getting caught up in the back and forth, Garcia has mostly stayed composed while making it known that he plans to settle everything once they step inside the ring. During one of their most recent face-to-face interviews, he confidently predicted a knockout within 5 rounds. Garcia believes his hand speed will be the deciding factor, saying it will overwhelm Benn, force him into costly mistakes, and eventually lead to a stoppage. He also insists that he's mentally focused and fully prepared for what he expects to be a demanding contest. Ben, however, isn't buying into the hype surrounding Garcia. He dismissed Ryan's performance against Mario Barrios, arguing that it wasn't particularly impressive because of the level of opposition. Garcia remains unfazed by those remarks, maintaining that no matter how athletic or quick Ben may be, a single clean punch will change everything. He has also questioned Ben's toughness, claiming his opponent won't have the determination to survive when the pressure builds. Heading into the fight, many observers view Conor Benn as the underdog, but that hasn't affected his confidence. Throughout the buildup, Ben has repeatedly stated that Garcia doesn't have a resolve to handle a long, grueling fight and believes he can force the American to quit before the final bell. He has also said that those doubting him now will be proven wrong when he captures his first world title on September 12th. According to Ben, his victories over Chris Eubank Jr. transformed his career, giving him greater confidence and making him a stronger fighter than ever before. He says his focus is now entirely on facing boxing's biggest names. Despite being labeled the underdog, Ben has also made a bold prediction of his own, confidently saying he expects to finish Garcia by knockout when they finally meet in the ring.
You know, speaking of you punching people's heads in, you and Ryan got in it on X the other day. You said he lacks heart and you're going to make him quit.
Yeah.
You know,
That's not speculation. That's facts. We've seen it. As soon as he gets on top, as soon as he gets a bit rough in there, he don't like it. You know, so I'll go in there and I'll show him. I'll show him what I'm like.
you know, speaking of your heart, you had those two incredible fights with Eubank. So talk to me a little bit about what you learned in those fights and what you gained from that.
I learned I could go to the well and back. You know, it was they were hard fights. They were extremely taxing and challenging. You know, especially up at middleweight. They were hard fights. That's what I'm here for. That's what we're here for, to give the fans, you know, fight of the year kind of fights. You know, and just keeping it moving.
Yeah, I love that fight for you, man.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate it.
You know, going forward, should you get past Ryan, what are your goals in the sport of boxing? Are you going for the Zupa belt? Are you going for undisputed?
I just got to get this world title. That's it. That's all I'm focused on in a minute. Like, all the rest is noise. I'm focused on getting that belt.
How do you see this one playing out?
I think I'll knock him out.
What round?
I can't say. I just don't see him going. I just don't see it going points. I don't see it going points.
The heated rivalry between Ryan Garcia and Conor Benn has sparked endless discussion throughout the boxing community. Fans, analysts, and former fighters have all weighed in, with most believing Garcia has the edge. Many point to his greater experience, proven accomplishments, and championship status as the biggest reasons he's favored. In the eyes of many observers, Benn faces an uphill battle against an opponent whose resume is considered far stronger. Among those sharing strong opinions is Hall of Famer Carl Froch, who has been highly critical of Benn's recent performances. Froch argued that Benn leaves himself exposed by keeping his chin too high and charging into exchanges without enough caution. He also claimed that Benn no longer possesses the same punching power that once made him so dangerous. Based on those concerns, Froch predicted that Garcia would dominate the fight and score a knockout within the opening 3 rounds.
Conor Benn, Ryan Garcia. How do we see that one panning out? Because on paper, that is what should happen next. Suddenly, that's still not the big landmark name you want, though, is it?
Not for Ryan Garcia, no. I mean, Conor Benn against Ryan Garcia, I think Conor Benn gets absolutely splattered. I've got to be honest, I don't think he's got a chance. He's not there yet. And I've said it before, and he gets the ump with me for saying it. But who's he beat? What's he done? Who's his biggest win?
Chris Eubank.
You can't say it's a big win. This guy finished Eubank years ago. And Eubank lost a couple of fights. He got battered by Liam Smith. And that's a level. It's like, what's Eubank done to warrant Conor Benn saying, I'm ready for world titles like this against this guy? I know he's just now become a new world champion and it'd be a good fight. But for me, I just think Ryan Garcia runs rings around him. I don't know if you agree or disagree.
He might have a new dream. He might have a better dream. If I'm Conor Benn, I'm probably looking at Garcia though as the one for me, because it's a bigger fight than the Shakur fight.
Yeah, and more winnable.
And more winnable. So yeah, it's more dangerous in some ways, but it's more winnable in others. And I mean, that's a fight that I would be really excited for, to be honest. I'd really, because I think Conor Benn, whether like he's limited or unproven in certain ways, he's got an exciting style, and he's good to watch. He's fun to watch, and he's coming off a massive high. And he's a much better fighter now than he was a year ago, just through having those two camps, fights, the whole process against Eubank, like performing on the highest stage, coming back from a loss to avenge it in a great way. And maybe it might be flattering because Chris Eubank was so finished, but I think the Garcia fight, I think it's a great fight, really. And
Veteran boxing analyst Max Kellerman has also expressed little confidence in Conor Benn's chances of pulling off an upset. In his assessment, Garcia remains a clear favorite heading into the matchup. A panel discussion on the ring echoed a similar opinion, with several analysts arguing that Benn hasn't consistently faced elite-level opponents in recent years. While they acknowledged his bout with Chris Eubank Jr. as a notable exception, they felt it wasn't enough to prove he belongs at the very highest level. Because of that, the panel believes Garcia's experience, skill set, and proven track record will be too much for Benn to handle. Their prediction is that Garcia will take control of the fight early, dictate the action, and ultimately earn a convincing victory.
Look, this is going to be Conor Benn's, first fight at 147 in 4.5 years, so that is not easy. I've been around Conor Benn a lot. He's a big guy, but he only had 6 weeks to make weight for the Regis Prograis fight. I think it's going to be a better weight cut this time around. He did it once before earlier this year. Now he has a lot more time to do it. And don't forget, right, Tim? He was a massive puncher at 147 years ago. Yeah. I think about the fights against Chris Algieri, Chris Van Heerden. I'm not saying those guys are killers, but those were big knockouts.
Ryan Garcia and Conor Benn, I almost called him Nigel, and Conor Benn are both big, strong, power punching welterweights. They are. If you're around Ryan or Conor, you can see they're big for the division and they can both punch for the division. But speaking of the Prograis fight, as a future Hall of Fame athlete, Shady, I do think there's something to, why can't he get up for this fighter the way he can get up for that fighter? Because the reality is, you cannot simulate the adrenaline. Mm-hmm. How do you really simulate the adrenaline to get up for a lesser fight on a smaller stage? It's not the same. It's not going to affect you the same way, one would think, you tell me, as when you have to fight a greater threat on a bigger stage. Yeah. His best performance was against Eubank in the rematch.
And that's a great point, because you go from fighting Eubank, it's all the history with that. It's such a big fight, right? It almost won Fight of the Year or something like that. So it was a big fight. And then Prograis is like, he's going to retire to this fight, right? Older, it wasn't the same. So it's hard to get up for certain fights. Same thing in sports. Yes, are you prepared? For sure, but it's a difference when the whole world wants to see this type of fight compared to I'm just hanging there with a fight. I will say this though, you won't get up for Ryan Garcia. Ryan Garcia's going for a big win and all the attention he gets, and I feel like a fight like that, fans are going to want to see it. I think we're going to get the best Conor Benn.
And I want to
just believe that.
Man. Look, I disagree with that because
Max Kellerman also explained why he believes the matchup heavily favors Ryan Garcia. According to him, Conor Benn's relentless, forward-pressing style plays directly into the hands of a skilled counterpuncher. Kellerman argued that constantly pushing the action against someone with Garcia's precision is a dangerous strategy that could quickly backfire. He went on to say that Garcia's exceptional hand speed, sharp timing, and devastating left hook create a combination that Benn will struggle to deal with. In Kellerman's view, those strengths give Garcia a major tactical advantage and make the challenge extremely difficult for Benn to overcome.
I believe it's not going the distance. I think somebody's going to get knocked out. I think both their styles, when you match them up, like I told you early on, you got Benn who can punch, right? And anybody that can punch always tends to put Ryan on the defense, right? We haven't seen that scary shell. Remember, Barrios couldn't punch like that, when he turns his back like this and going that scary shell.
Luke Campbell dropped him too.
Luke Campbell dropped him. But I feel like
Luke Campbell, Olympic gold medalist, by the way.
Yes. I feel like Benn has a chance because he has a right hand, good right hand, a strong right hand. I think the pressure that he puts on
he has an engine.
Yeah, he keeps going, and you see the will that he has.
Connor's mental is strong. Yeah,
he's mentally strong. However, look, if he gets past that left hook, he got to get past that left hook, man. And one more thing. In his last fight, in Garcia's last fight, that right hand that he was throwing, Okay, very effective.
Nice,
in that fight. Yeah, you can see him starting to add new things to his repertoire.
But
more than just a left hook. That's going to be a punch. I believe that's going to be a definitive punch in this fight against.
I'm going to go with Ben. I think the aggressive, and he's going to have that approach, and he's going to be real aggressive on it and put pressure on Ryan.
Okay.
You know, and I just keep going back to when I watched the Rolly fight. Like, he took their left hook away, and I didn't think Rolly can do that, right? And then I think Ben is a lot better than Rolly.
Current WBO junior welterweight champion Shakur Stevenson also weighed in on the upcoming showdown, and he didn't hold back when discussing Conor Benn. Stevenson questioned whether Ben truly belongs among boxing's elite, making a bold claim that he could defeat the British fighter even if he had one hand tied behind his back. His comments reflected just how little respect he has for Ben standing at the highest level of the sport, adding even more fuel to the growing debate surrounding the fight.
I just want...
No, but you're like, is it a compliment or not?
Yeah, I mean, I think I prefer you with your natural colour, but yeah.
Yeah, but you don't like change.
No, I love change every now and again, but it's just...
Like, personally, I feel like you should change your hair up a little bit now, because it's getting a bit boring. It's been like that for the past 15 years, isn't it?
That's my hairstyle, though, isn't it? It's my thing, isn't it?
Well, each their own, isn't it?
What should I do with it? Well, go on, tell me what I should do with my hair then, go on, and I'll consider it. I don't say I'm going to definitely do it, but go on.
If I was you, I would grow your beard out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fade the beard into a little tight skin fade, little short on back and that.
Yeah.
And then have a little comb over at the top, give it a little go.
I can't even picture this, but
yeah.
I'm still lucky I've got my hair, touch wood, so yeah.
Now you got a good head of hair. Yeah.
How are you anyway?
Yeah, I'm alright, mate. Life's good. Life's good.
Last time I see you was in Dubai for the IBA convention. So, yeah, I mean, you've got your eyes on the prize. There's a fight coming up and...
It's not only current and former fighters who are doubtful about Conor Benn's chances. Several respected boxing analysts have also questioned whether he's ready for an opponent of Ryan Garcia's caliber. Among them is Paulie Malignaggi, who believes Garcia holds a clear advantage heading into the contest. Malignaggi even described the matchup as underwhelming from a competitive standpoint. While he acknowledged that both Garcia and Benn have large fan bases capable of generating significant attention, he argued that popularity alone doesn't guarantee a balanced fight. In his opinion, Benn has yet to demonstrate the level of skill needed to consistently compete with a world-class talent like Garcia. Looking ahead, Malignaggi predicted that the bout may disappoint longtime boxing fans who are expecting a closely contested battle. He believes Garcia is likely to take control of the fight and finish it by knockout, resulting in a one-sided performance that falls short of the excitement many viewers are hoping to see.
You got two guys who are very popular. Conor is very popular in the UK. Ryan is popular in the US, and probably worldwide with his YouTuber audience, his streamer audience. So I do think that, fight makes sense from that perspective. I think you not make it. But as far as the kind of fight it's going to be a disappointment as a fight. I think it's a one-sided fight. I don't think Conor Benn is on that level. Call Ryan a YouTuber, call Ryan a streamer, call Ryan what you want. But when Ryan shows up focused, Ryan is still a world-class fighter, and that's for that reason. He owns a world championship. For me, Conor Benn is a guy who's placed there out of popularity. And unless you do the Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. route, where you rob half of the guys on his record and you rob them, this guy's never going to become a world champion, And I think that, this fight is popular for a lot of reasons, but ultimately as a fighter, the people on the inside of the fighters, and we're in the minority, the people that actually understand boxing, the people that watch this fight, these two guys are so popular that the majority of people are going to bring, the majority of the people that get brought to a fight like this, brings their attention to a fight like this, are not boxing people, right? So they're just going to watch it out of the curiosity because both of these guys are so popular. And that's why these kind of fights cross over, right? But the minority is people like us who understand boxing. We in the minority know this is not a good fight. This is a one-sided mismatch, and I think I would be shocked if Ryan doesn't knock him out in a one-sided.
Respected boxing trainer Greg Hackett has also made his prediction, and he doesn't believe Conor Benn has what it takes to upset Ryan Garcia. In Hackett's view, if Garcia delivers a performance similar to the one he showed in his last outing, he should be able to stop Benn before the final bell. Hackett was especially critical of Benn's defensive skills, arguing that his approach is too straightforward and lacks the refinement expected at the highest level. He compared Benn's style to that of a strong amateur, suggesting it isn't sophisticated enough to trouble an elite opponent. Although Hackett acknowledged Benn's aggression and determination, He questioned the effectiveness of his punching power. He pointed to Regis Prograis' ability to absorb Benn's offense and remain competitive despite being the older fighter, arguing that it showed Benn doesn't possess the elite-level power needed to seriously threaten someone with Garcia's speed, timing, and overall ability.
I think that's a great fight. But I think if Ryan go out there looking like anything like his last fight, I think he'll stop Conor Benn. I don't think Conor Benn is defensive enough. I like his intensity level, but his defense don't really have no defense. And Ryan's speed gives anybody problems. And then he can punch too. So I think Ryan stop Conor Benn on some real shit. I think all the 47-pounders are stopping. I think Brian Norman Jr. was stopping. I think Devin Haney was stopping. Whoever had 47, top echelon, I think they'll stop him.
Is it the weight? Because he looked good against Eubank.
Yeah, I think it could be the weight, but also I think it's just his style. His style is not really that complicated. It's a simple style, and the things he do is simple. He jump in, jump out. You know what I mean? Jump in, jump out. It's like fighting a strong amateur. It's just like being in there with a strong amateur.
Regis Prograis said that he's the hardest puncher you ever been in there with.
Yeah, but that's a Regis Prograis after his legs have been through everything they could go through and gave out on him. His legs not even there. So for him to say that, that's cool, but I can't judge it off of Regis Prograis because you was able to still stand there and take the shots. 2, he ain't never really, you know what I'm saying? He ain't do you dirty enough for me to be like, oh shit. You know what I mean? You was still in there. You was still physically able. So I don't think he punching that hard.
While many voices in boxing have written off Conor Benn's chances, veteran trainer Abel Sanchez offer a much more balanced perspective. Rather than favoring one fighter outright, Sanchez described the contest as a genuine 50-50 matchup with several key factors likely to determine the outcome. According to Sanchez, the fight will largely depend on which version of Ryan Garcia shows up on fight night and how well Benn adapts to the weight change. If both men perform at their best, he expects a highly competitive battle that could ultimately end with a late knockout. Sanchez also pushed back against the criticism questioning Garcia's heart. He dismissed those comments as unfair, arguing that anyone willing to step into a boxing ring already demonstrates extraordinary courage. In his view, it's easy for people on the outside to criticize a fighter's toughness, but most of those making such claims have never experienced what it takes to compete against elite-level opposition.
We have to find out. It was too soon for Canelo against Mayweather. Who knows if that's the case this time, but he is a very, very good prospect. Who knows if he's the next face of boxing, but we're going to trip that up.
Yeah. Well, yeah, why do you think, what challenges do you think Philip possesses that shows something different that Town was already seeing?
Well, I think in his last 3 fights with me, or 4 fights with me, he's shown he's durable, and he's very active. He's got a great gas tank, throws a lot of punches. He can crack a little bit, maybe not like Mike Tyson or George Foreman like that, but he can crack. And anybody in the heavyweight division hits you with a good shot, you're going down. So it's just a matter of making sure that we impose our will and we use our experience to try to keep Moses from learning anymore.
Yeah, brilliant. Before I let it go, I wanted to ask you about Ryan Garcia versus Conor Benn. What are your thoughts on that fight happening in Vegas in September?
That's an interesting fight. It's 2 guys that have been talking a lot, I guess. Ryan has just had a great fight with Barrios. He looked very good, but then he didn't look so good against Rolly. So it depends on which Garcia shows up. I think Ben coming down, hopefully he's doing it correctly. It doesn't weaken him. I look for a late knockout actually in this fight. Either way, I'm not picking one guy or the other because if the right Conor Benn shows up weight-wise, then he could be too strong for Garcia. But if Garcia cracks him, he can hit. So it's a 50-50 fight for me.
Yeah. Do you think it's right for people to question Ryan Garcia's heart? Or what?
Now, anybody that steps to the ropes, has got a huge heart and big balls. So no, I think it's unfair to anybody for anybody to question anybody that steps through the ropes. Most of the people that are questioning that have never done it. So I'm sure Conor understands that Garcia's got all the tools. He had a great amateur career in the U.S., so he can fight. But so can
The upcoming clash has generated plenty of excitement across the boxing community. Although most fans and analysts believe Ryan Garcia enters as the clear favorite, there's still curiosity about which version of Garcia will step into the ring on fight night. That uncertainty has kept the discussion alive despite the one-sided predictions. Garcia, meanwhile, has made his intentions perfectly clear. He's determined to defeat Conor Benn in convincing fashion and then shift his focus toward even bigger opportunities in the sport. Now it's your turn. Who do you think comes out on top when these two finally meet? Share your prediction in the comments below. We'd love to hear your take. That's all for today's video. If you enjoyed this update, be sure to leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss our latest boxing coverage. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.